Well, hello there. My name is Emmy, and welcome to this Minecraft hardcore world. And you picked a good day to tune in, because today we are going to build an incredible looking hospital, but not just incredibly good looking, like you, but it's also going to be extremely functional. I cannot say that I've ever seen anybody put one together quite like this. Maybe they have, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But in the meantime, if you were here last week, you would know that we got ourselves an incredible amount of iron from that last mining expedition, so much that we don't really have to worry about iron for quite some time. But the best part is, now we can start filling in some of the blanks that have been missing. For example, in the lava farm, we need to get some cauldrons and some hoppers. And I gotta remember to get the dripstone in place as well. But this is gonna help us with some of the building blocks we need for the hospital. Specifically, we need some smooth stone. And you know, it's always fun to try and get villagers moved around. We're gonna have to get these wishbone. I wondered what happened to you. What are you doing down here? But anyway, we're going to have to get these two villagers moved over to the hospital, so that should be an interesting process as well. Speaking of iron, we need to get some of those blocks broken down so that we can get them smelting. And I would like to say thank you to Natasha, who reminded me in the comments to make sure that I get a Fortune 3 pickaxe before I start doing so. And I did take care of that in between episodes. I got a few more things enchanted. So that was some fantastic advice. And to break these down, I'm going to build a little contraption that I learned from my friend MC Oda. I play with him over on the Craftworks server. He is amazing. Hopefully I don't screw this up. All right, first we put down our dropper with a piece of redstone dust beside it. You skip one block and then put a repeater with a redstone torch behind it. Now where that empty block is, you are going to place a block that will not break easily with whatever tool you're using. In this case, we will be using a pickaxe, so a wooden block should be just fine. Then we're going to put I'll put two to be safe. 2 blocks of the item we're breaking down in my offhand, and the rest of them in the dropper. So you place and you break at the same time. And then the secret sauce to it all is you hit F3 and T, and you can now sit back and sip on a nice hot cup of coffee, because this operation is now hands-free. This, my friends, is the definition of working smarter, not harder. Okay, fine. I'm being overly dramatic. I just like little contraptions like that. What can I say? So let's get back to that lava farm. At some point, I do obviously want to build a super smelter, but this is a fun little setup for now. So let's get our hoppers and cauldrons crafted and put in place. Actually, I guess I should get the dripstone in place first. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but just, I don't know, my OCD and the order of things. Let's just do this first, and then we'll get the others. Now I know there's a lot of people out there that would immediately jump to building a huge farm and a huge, I'm gonna call it an iron smelter, super smelter, but I like these little farms. I think they're fun. There's plenty of time to build the bigger farms, and I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but you know, this shows a little bit of the history. You can look back and think, oh, wasn't that a cute little farm I built when I was just getting started? And pretty much that is our little lava farm and smelting area done for now. And now we have to run and get just a few more supplies before starting the hospital build. One of which being I need to get some ink sacs so that we can get some black dye to make some black glass panes for the hospital windows. And I was quickly reminded of exactly why I hate not back on a sword. I was having to chase these guys down like crazy. As I continued to gather supplies for the build, I was kind of thinking about that whole sentiment about, you know, the history of the world that you're building and how it's kind of fun to take a walk down memory lane. And I mean, honestly, that's part of why I even started making videos in the first place, because I like to be able to go back and kind of watch the progression of the world that I was building. But Anyway, I was kind of thinking about it. It's neat because even the blocks that you use for your builds kind of tell part of the story of your world. Because normally I think we all kind of use the blocks that are in our immediate spawn area to do our starter home. And then as we get further and further into the world and we start getting more blocks, then our builds change. And even just from that aspect, it's fun to be able to watch how your world grows. I don't know, maybe I'm just too sappy and sentimental, but I like Larry! Quit walking through the carrots! Those are for eating and nobody wants to eat where your dirty feet have been. So gross. Alright, now we're finally starting to get down to the nitty-gritty and we need to go do a little bit of terraforming so we can actually have some place to put the hospital build. Alright, let's get to work. So let me tell you my little crazy thought here. Obviously, hospital, going next to the Woodland Mansion. But what I was thinking is why couldn't we turn the Woodland Mansion into the Villager Trading Hall? Have I mentioned that idea before? I honestly, I can't remember. That's terrible, I really should remember. But in any event, that's what I'm thinking. Now, granted, I'm not ready to empty the place like today. We got a little more prep work to do, but what I was thinking, why couldn't we just run in real quick, throw down a torch, run out? Run in real quick, throw down a torch, run out, and that way we can kind of get it lit up so that when we are ready to go in there and raid the joint, it will be a little bit more lit up and hopefully a little bit more safe. That's my thinking. Let's see if we can manage to pull it off. And remember, it's only considered breaking and entering if you get caught. And that only applies to Minecraft, not real life. Be good. Don't break into places. Okay, I literally see no mobs anywhere. So I'm just gonna run like quick like a buddy, throw down a torch, and get the heck out of Dodge. Okay, that was a success. Ooh, we dodged a bullet there, folks. Sorry, sir. We were, just cleaning the windows. That's all. I think I can take this shot. I think this is very low risk. I think we got this. Sweet. Oh, is that seriously the first time I've used the bow so far? Dang. Alright, well, cool. We've got one down anyway. Alright, this is definitely the kind of dark spot we want to get lit up. So I figure as long as I've got a speedy exit, we got this. Alright. Quick! I didn't see anything though. I think we're good. Woo! Alright. Another one. We're making progress. Well, it looks like the butler is coming over to greet us. How about a high five, buddy? One more time. High five. Ooh, a carrot. Alright, look both ways before crossing the street. And let's just go for the straight ahead. Quickly. And that is a lot of noise. Ooh! A lot of heads! A lot of gray heads! But they can't reach us! Wait. Nobody's coming. Alright. Do we dare just go for it? Looks like an Enderman was here. This is so weird. Why are there's nobody out in the hallways? Like, I legit have not seen one of the pillager, illager, whatever they're called guys out here. How? Are they all trapped in here? That's a lot of them. Oh, no! Go! Retreat! Retreat! Oh my gosh, please no, please no, please no. Oh gosh, no, please no. Okay. Ooh. Oh, please don't follow me. Oh, those little guys are wicked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Ooh, I was being so careful. I legitimately feel like, at least on that floor, everybody on that floor is trapped behind those stairs. I've never seen that happen before. I need a moment to regroup and... Oh, crap! Alright, I just need to get home at this point. Oh, good grief. Oh, good grief. This apparently was not one of my better ideas. I just want to get... Oh, crap! It's so hard to know if you should stop and eat. Oh my gosh. Oh, this actually is not funny. Oh. Oh, is this not funny? Quit laughing. Oh my gosh. All right. I think we're in the clear. Oh, dude. That's the thing, is it just takes one bad decision, which I'm full of. Just one bad decision and the whole world is taken away from us. Oh, that's why hardcore is just brutal. No, really, I'm fine. An arrow in the head never hurt anyone, right? Now that it's daylight and the arrow has been removed from my head, we've got this big, beautiful green canvas just waiting for us to paint upon it, and paint upon it we shall. Let's build this hospital. Well, considering these blocks were actually kind of a second choice, I really was wanting to use terracotta and quartz at one point, but I have very little quartz and no terracotta. But between the stripped jungle logs and the white concrete and the brown mushroom blocks, I would say this actually pulled together really nicely. I think those quartz stairs on the side give a really nice texture to the building. And while the outside is pretty much put together, the inside still has a lot of work to be done. It's got the general layout, but there's a lot of functionality that still needs to be built in, and definitely worth a subscribe because you are not going to want to miss how we put this whole thing together. However, we do need to go take a look at something, so pay no mind to the mess that lies within. There is a lot that we still have to put together in here. But what I want to show you... Wait, I almost went past it. Is this area right here. We need to get a zombie in here. Right here. And I kind of have a plan for it. I just don't exactly know if it's going to work, but I think it should work, but I think it's going to be messy. That should make it interesting. So I'm not sure if any of you ever use the mod called MiniHud. If you don't, you should. It's really handy. That's actually what puts the coordinates up in my upper left-hand corner and tells me what direction I'm facing, because I'm directionally challenged and I need all the help I can get. However, another really cool feature it does, if you hit the magic key, it will show you all of the light levels so that you know wherever there is a light level of 0, it shows as red, and a mob will spawn there. What I'm thinking is let's let some mobs spawn up here, and hopefully we'll get a zombie, and then I can trap it in the minecart. Do the minecart over here. Minecart falls down here, break the minecart, and voila, I've got the zombie trapped right here. So that is the plan. I imagine we'll get more at nighttime, but I don't even know how far away do I have to run. I feel like something should spawn in there. As you can see, I did do some path blocks. I'll probably work on these a bit more, do some slabs so that it's no jumping required. And we're almost to the point where we can justify getting a horse. I'd love to be able to ride a horse around here, make some more roadways. You know, when you want mobs to spawn, it's not going to happen. Nope. Alright, we'll keep trying. Might give a little distance. Maybe I'll run back home and grab a few things. And hope that we have some zombies in waiting. I'll be right back. Well, a funny thing happened when I ran back home. I got sidetracked. But a very happy accident has come of it. As I was debating whether or not I would be able to fit a roadway along the coastline here without cutting off the waterway, I ended up finding a village way up high in the mountains over here. It probably sounds like no big deal since we have actually managed to find a couple other villages, but I thought it would be really fun to have a different villager type. To be honest, at some point I'd like to get all villager types and have each biome villager specific for a certain kind of trade. That might be a little ambitious, but at least this is some variety for now. Well, it may not be a bubble column. Oh, well, that's not a very nice welcome to the neighborhood. Ooh, don't look at the Enderman. Oh, good grief, this is the bad part of town. It's neighbors like this that bring down the property values. There we go. I admit it's probably silly that I want different villager outfits, but I can't help it. Finally, a villager. Ugh, I forgot how much I hate boats and path blocks. They just don't play together well. Alright, let me scope this out, excuse me, and see what we can do. I'm sure we can figure something out. Now, if I can just get one of these fine gentlemen to take a little ride in a boat. Ooh, yes! This is actually going according to plan, which doesn't happen very often. Okay, now we just have to figure out where we're dropping down at, and again, making sure we don't hit any of these path blocks because that is super frustrating. So I think if we go a little bit over to the right of the little patch of path blocks down there, hopefully we will have a clear path to water after that. Ooh, these boat drops never get old. Woohoo! And with that, we have officially secured our second villager type to add to our collection, if you will. That sounds so, I don't know, inhumane. But it's really not. We will take very good care of him and he will have a very, very good life. I don't think we're quite ready yet to take the fellas over to the hospital, so I'm going to park him in our little waterway garage for the time being and he can get to know the other fellas a little bit. Night has fallen once again, so we are going to see if we can finally get lucky and get our... Ouch! Can you not see that I'm busy here? And see if we can get our resident doctor employed and in place. I took a couple of the lanterns out from inside, hoping that maybe a little bit of extra darkness might increase our odds. I don't hear anything, so... Ooh, well, not exactly happy to see him, but I am happy because at least something finally spawned. So perhaps we've got a chance after all. So I'm wondering if we come over this way, if we could actually see when something spawns in. Pretty sure that's the right window. Wait a second. I recognize that sound. Is it... Okay, I'm so stupid. Why didn't we just do this in the first place? Okay. Alright, follow me. I was gonna try to get you directly in the room, but why not just have you come through the building? For that split second, I was wondering if he would be able to go through the doors, but then I remember these guys break down doors. Of course he can get through. Well, at least he's getting familiar with the building layout. I mean, now that he's gonna be gainfully employed here and everything. Oh, you know what I don't have is a trap door for that hole he has to fall down through. I will just borrow one from here and put it back before anybody notices. Hello? Come on, buddy. Don't be nervous. You'll do fine on your interview. Alright, let's try this again. Come with me. Go. Oh, he can't cross over the tracks, can he? I always forget about that in Java. Alright, I'll make a spot for you, buddy. You can get through. Not to worry. And this one here. And then I've just got to get that trap door in place and hope I can get this to work. All right. Ouch. Come on. All right. Follow me, buddy. Come on. You can do it. Oh, gosh. Please come down here. All right. What if I break it? Will you fall? Oh, yeah. We have got ourselves a resident zombie doctor. Fantastic. And here is your official ID badge, Dr. Frank. Welcome to the team. I think Dr. Frank was probably the trickiest part to get into place aside from the villagers that we still have to look forward to, because we all know that villagers never cooperate with anyone. All right, you know what? Even though everything's not in place, let's do a quick tour of the layout of this joint, starting with right here is going to be our reception area for anybody checking into the hospital. We've got our waiting area with our TV up here on the wall. And a couple of offices off to the side here. And then, you know what? We're probably going to need to do this out of order. Let's go up to the top now and work our way down instead. It would make more sense that way. At the very top of the building is going to be our maternity ward and our villager breeder. And over here I've got a couple of different ideas, so I'm not committing to anything yet. I can, however, get rid of this trap, at least some of it. Over here is a modern marvel of convenience for when you do not want the villagers to breed. You simply flip this lever and it blocks the pillows, and therefore they will not breed anymore. That just keeps it nice and easy. And of course, you know, down on the next level is where the good doctor is. Oh, I just realized one little hiccup I'm going to have here. Let me just make the entry down here so I can actually get to the back of this as needed. Secret area back there. But over here's where the babies fall down, and once they grow up, then all we have to do is click the button on the dispenser over here, and it will dispense the cart and bring them out, and they will come around to the holding area over here. Now this area will be much easier to explain once we've got some villagers in place, but basically this is the curing station. So we've got the rehab doctor over here and the curing station over here. Now there's definitely more still to come within the hospital, but these are the pieces that I kind of have semi in place for right now. Whoops, speaking of putting things in place, I better put the lighting back in place so I don't have any unwanted guests in here. But we've definitely got a lot done in this episode, and we've got a lot more to do, so be sure to join me next week when we get all the functionality of the hospital up and running. It is going to be amazing. Thanks for spending time with me, you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.